attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, evasion, and accuracy. The 8 stats of Pokemon. These 8 stats influence every battle you're in. But what do they actually mean? I mean, sure, you could just say, oh, they're game mechanics, but that's boring. But what do they really mean given the context of Pokemon battles? What does it really mean when a Pokemon has a lot of HP? Or when it's faster than the other in battle? Let's analyze that and dive in. HP is something in almost every game, especially RPGs. When your HP, aka hit points, are gone, you're out. You're dead, you lose your consciousness, you're out of the battle, you can't fight no longer. Stamina, or energy, is something that all people have to some degree. I, for instance, have very little of it. Like, I see people who are just working all day long, 9 to 5, and I'm just like, God, I would die. As humans, we're extremely good of a species when it comes to stamina. We can walk for very, very, very long without falling down, which meant that back in the prehistoric days, me and the boys would just go hunt some mammoths and just wait for that big boy to fall down, and it's a feast for days. Sure, something like a cheetah is a lot faster than us, but that doesn't mean it can run for a very long time. It's faster, yeah, but it's far from a marathon runner. In terms of Pokemon, HP is definitely energy, how much energy a Pokemon has. Like, take Blissey for instance. Do you really see Blissey walking upon miles? Nope, it just has a lot of energy, which means that its body is specifically designed to take a lot of hits. Well, I mean, except the close combat. You think they're bringing this back in the remakes? They better.
2 hours later.
Like Blissey, a lot of Pokemon with a very high HP stat just have big bodies that are designed to take as much damage as possible. You know, like how SpongeBob did in that one episode. Speaking of fighting moves, a lot of them are based around physical attack, which, well, just means how hard you can punch. It's pretty straightforward. All of this is determined by a Pokemon's biology and physiology. That's why a lot of Pokemon with high attack, well, they have bulky looking bodies, strong big arms, jaws, or other parts, very muscular strong bits. Same with a lot of animals in real life. Gorillas are, well, I mean, they surely look strong. Look at them, and they are 10 times stronger than a human. One could easily break your spine like a toothpick, and I can't even break a toothpick. But not only is a Pokemon's attack stat determined by how hard it can hit, but also by how fast and how heavy it can hit, greatly enhancing the force of impact. Sure, a Pokemon like Rhyperior is not at all going to be faster than a Pidgeot, but it'll hit faster than one, that's for sure. In contrast to attack, there's defense, which is best at taking these hits. If you have a high defense stat, well, you'll have a better chance at taking a punch right in the face. Defense is essentially physical durability, how well you can take things with your body, and this is just from the way that your body is designed or built. Again, that gorilla can probably take much more than you. Elephants too, you know, big animals, real chunky boys. Scales, natural armor, hide, anything that helps you take hits better. And this is common in a lot of Pokemon with very high defense. They're either spiky, made out of a tough material, or have very durable armor, many times a combination of these things. Special attack is where it gets a little bit complicated. I mean, it's pretty much, well, magic, you know, shooting out rays of light, breathing fires, shooting out electricity from the tips of your finger. It's not something that has to do anything with biology or fitness. It's more the internal magic that a creature has. Although, you know, some Pokemon do have those handy-dandy biological systems that allow for them to utilize this magic easier, like how a lot of fire Pokemon have fire sacks and all of that. But magic doesn't exist in real life, unfortunately, so I can just say, well, special attack is magic and be done with it, but that's boring, you know? So, let's see, okay, so you know how, like, all sound moves that actually hit are special? It's like that, an external force that's attacking you indirectly, like sound, or hearing something that really hurts you, you know, that hurts from the inside, or, you know, being attacked directly onto your mind by a move like confusion or psychic, or getting a headache because you're on Twitter and you're seeing someone spout nonsense again. Attack is something that hurts you directly, whereas special attack is something that hurts you indirectly. That's also why moves like Psyshock, well, they hit you physically because there's still all these little, like, psychic type rocks or whatever they are. Well, they're hitting you, but the damage that's being done is being done indirectly by your opponent, you know, using some psychic force. Otherwise, moves like Thunder Punch and Flare Blitz would be special, because it's literally enveloping the user with magic, but you're not being hit by that magic. You're being hit by a fist that is enveloped by magic. So that magic is just giving it a strength modifier. If you look at Pokemon with very high special attack, you'll notice a lot of unique designs in biology, all looking, well, the word to best describe them is magical, mystical, strange, bizarre creatures that certainly look the part. The biology of these Pokemon just isn't something you see often, or can even copy into real life. With high attack, it's like, yeah, bulk and muscles, they exist. But magic? Nope. Special defense is simply put magical resistance, or defense. You know, how much that fireball or lightning bolt will actually hurt you. In most RPGs, this is magical resistance. Like, you know, you could look at your character's stats and you would see how much resistance you have to, well, usually elemental magic, like fire, water, darkness, light, and all of that. And sometimes immunities are also put in place. You know, like how normal and ghost are immune to one another. In more realistic and strictly biological terms, this would be something akin to mental willpower. You know, the strength to go on, despite the troubles facing you psychologically. Like, if you just had a really stressful and tiring day, well, that also affects your body. You know, when you have to send an email or call someone, or is that just me? Next is the speed stat. Now, you might just assume that this just means how fast a Pokemon is, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Because if that really was the case, well, then why does Escavalier have a 20 speed stat, but most of its X entries talk about it flying around at high speed? I mean, I'm sure Escavalier outside of battle is a pretty fast Pokemon, but what it's missing inside of the battle is reaction speed and reaction time. Because if we're to assume that Pokemon battles happen in, you know, real time, then, well, surely a Pokemon like Greninja could just easily dodge any attack from a Rhyperior. Pokemon in battle react to one another, so if one has a faster reaction time, well, it's gonna act first. Star-nosed moles and fruit flies are animals with immensely fast reaction times. Why do you think you can never hit that annoying fly? Because it already knows it's gonna get hit before it even happens. It perceives the world in a completely different way. So if a fly Pokemon is ever made, it's gotta have a super high speed stat. As many high speed Pokemon, well, they certainly look like capable fighters, who can respond to anything that is around them, like this. Of course, there's also evasion and accuracy, which are two stats that you can't actually see outside of battle. Oh, and what the heck are critical hits? Evasion is pretty much, well, evading. It's how fast you are on the battlefield, and how fast you can dodge a hit. It's actually pretty much like reaction time, like the reaction time of speed, but it's the more defensive version. This is the only stat in Pokemon which doesn't appear in battle whatsoever unless you use a move or item. Unlike accuracy. Accuracy always plays a role no matter what, because obviously some moves are just not 100% accurate, like Focus Blast, which is a really cool move, but how many times I've missed that move is, rather depressing. I think that this stat best translates into real life with how accurate some animals can kill their prey, like dragonflies who capture 90% of their prey due to their amazing eyesight and incredible flying abilities. Or this cutie, the black-footed cat, having an accuracy of 60% when killing prey. It may look like a house cat, but it's better at catching prey than a lion. A lion! Finally, a critical hit is knowing where your opponent's weaknesses are. Like, as morbidly as it sounds, if you stab someone in the leg and the stomach, where do you think it's gonna hurt more? So a critical hit is like just knowing where that is, or getting lucky. And that's it, I think. Oh wait, no, there's also natures, which affect how these 5 stats are present in the Pokemon. Okay, so a Pokemon like Darmanitan is generally always going to have a high attack stat because of its, you know, bulky, massive arms. But then you also have Darmanitan, which have a modest nature, which means that they're more interested in magic. They have a more natural affinity towards magic, which doesn't really help them, but, like, we all have things that we naturally gravitate towards, you know? So that Darmanitan, well, it's not looking so good, but hey, who knows? Maybe in the future we'll get all special attack Darmanitan just from that modest one. That would be pretty cool. And those are all the stats explained. You know, I've always kind of wondered how they would translate into real life and actual battle, so I thought, yeah, just make a video about it, Prima. What are you doing? So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and let me know what you thought of the video down below. I'm saying video a lot, but yeah, comment section, algorithm, and all. You know the drill by now. But before I go, I want to give out a massive thank you to my assistant professor and lecturer patrons. Ty Burns, Michael Piccirilli, DeltaMajora, and Gwen Joy. Y'all are the best, and thank you as always for the support. And with that being said, I hope y'all have a good day, night, or morning, and as always, take care.